Tzaddik.
Het half dat met je. Hoofdzaal, ja. Dan maar niet. אני יודע, זה לא יאומן. There's aunts and uncles hanging around.
They'll come to the Levite. Kill one, they'll come to the
I know. I made a mass murder over here before, but well, it's further. Well, because
You
further.
just have to put these things out for the ants.
They don't care about the kashrus.
Other mutter litful mit Tomasa b'Shabbos.
With the other Rebbe right away, talking about the scary.
Oh,
Well, we
which
learned
name?
yesterday.
Tuma. I feel atzorich tevila min haTorah. Even the type of tumah that you need to have tefillah min haTorah. Kagon nida k'yitzvam neishen nida k'metaken k'yir lohakir. It's the Gemara says, it's needed k'metaken. If Tomei now he's told, that's the tikun. Ein loch a tikun gadol mizeh. No, it's a levi mipnei shein nida k'metaken k'yir lohakir. You don't know if he's going for the mikvah. Maybe he's going because he's very hot. It's 93 degrees. And he wants to jump into a cold lake.
If it's,
Yeah, but neither is a woman.
No, a woman can't be hot on 93
and
degrees.
if it's winter,
Oh, if it's winter. Feel it over my suruchim, shen derech locker, feel my zaksham, shen derech locker, kokach, mikomokim. Vamim shadam maluchlich betit vitzoya. Sometimes even in the winter, if he's full of tit vitzoya. Veroichatz afilu b'mois hagishamim, v'afilu b'mayim suruchim. Kedei lahavir atit v'atzoya me'alav. So that's what the Gemara says. He says, neither can make it. In the winter, he's neither like he's Rosh from Titvitzaya. Okay.
Kid is not probably mud, right? That's
Yeah.
Because tit in Hebrew is something else. With the
Right.
with the
Like plastic.
קש וטבן.
Huh?
קש וטבן.
לא, מה שמסבים את הקירות זה בטיט, לא?
Like what
That's
called compound.
tiach, no?
Yeah.
Compound.
Yeah,
Compound.
compound is tiach, not tit.
Okay.
I don't think so. I'm not sure Hebrew. If it's takazai. Okay. The Medina Seilu. Nagu le'esor tefillas isha b'Shabbos. Elam kan yesh b'ayla b'yir. The meaning is to say that a woman can't go in the mikveh Shabbos. Elim kan yesh b'ayla b'yir. For your husband is there. V'gam lo ye'efshar l'litful kedem Shabbos. Shalo b'ayla b'yir.
Why should she go to the mikveh? Bala is not for him.
Yeah. It could be the Bala's beer, but there's the day. Or Shalo b'ayla b'yir. But b'erev Shabbos. Shalo posher b'ma shalo tav l'koydem lachem. Have a culture hoya by labir, the hoya efshar lalitful on Thursday night, veloy tavla on Thursday night, and it develops b'Shabbos because she was pasha. Yeshen osna tam laminik. Shkivin shen is pasha taminik shalo lirchitz b'Shabbos. In Cain, Ishatome tevim letamasa. It is a nidik kematakem, but like yoke yod lahaker. V'shen teraklau lirchitz lahaker. The tam shen is bar. Usually we say it's neither can make it. But there's now, that was only Bizman Chazal. When they said that Osro es Hazeya v'itiru es Hatzoinen. But now that the meaning is not to be Rechetz even B'tzoinen, how could the person say it looks like it's Lahaken? Everyone knows he's going for the mikveh. Because otherwise the meaning is not to go. Avapi Shein Isur B'David, even though there's no Isur. But you can't say he's going lahaka. You can't say he's going lahaka. Obviously, this is a little bit of a shvacha tam to the minik. If the tam was so strong, we would say even a woman that really has to go to the mikveh is not allowed to. You can't say he's here to lahaka because no one's today going lahaka. It was mazagan that Lapoil, the Chazal didn't want to like a Chazal. Like the minute, yeah, a woman that Mamash has to go to mikveh, she did nothing wrong. How could you not let her go? but the minig is only for a woman that's posher. She was pushay. Mekomma gemutter litva lekeri. Lekeri is allowed to be tevel na mikveh. Kimish et vilus eine min ha-Torah, v'af lechiv, megomor, medivri sefer. It's not min ha-Torah, and medivri sefer, it's also not a chiv gomor. So it's not a chiv min ha-Torah.
Malkiri is not clear for the rest.
So, Balkeri is not a chiv deraisa.
Also on the posuk, ish, it's a.
It depends which type of zera. If it went out the derech in natural way or not natural. If it went way out the day in the way of not natural, then he's a zova. He's a zav, the highest level of tumah. But if it went out the natural way, he's a balkeri. Not Torah, he does not Tommy. The Rabbanon said, "Kedei shelo yinitzur eichem l'shem ketar negolim." So therefore, he has to go to the mikveh in order to learn Torah or to say Hashem's name. Then Chacham saw, yeah, it's too hard of a gzeira, so they took away the gzeira. So Lapoil, there's no chiyuv medivrei Torah, and there's no chiyuv midrabanon. Okay, it's medayek va'afle chiyuv gomur medivrei sefer. Mashma there is a chiyuv medivrei sefer, but it's not a chiyuv gomur. Mashma there is a shtickle chiyuv, but not a chiyuv gomur. So there is the famous Maimer in L'Kutei Torah, Pashas Kisovi brings over here in the footnote in Daf Tzaddik Aleph that Rabbeinu Yoinach Yizok in the Sechus Brachos that when the Mavatal, the Tfilas Balkeri, they didn't say that that it doesn't help. They just said you're not mechuyev, you don't must have it, but it helps for Divrei Torah. But Frat L'Tfila, that it's moil, it helps to go to the mikveh in order to daven. So the Alter is medayek, v'afle chiv gomur medivrei sefer. To say there's no chiv is not true. There is a shtikla, thing medivrei sefer. It's not a chiv gomur. It's not a chiv gomur. So therefore, I need to make him metaken. He's not considered like a metaken. As I said yesterday, the Grohos wrote in the Mishnah Berurah that it is a metaken. It is a metaken. What's the tikkun? He's a balkeri, and Lapoilu.
Make him not be
the Tvila makes him not be a balkeri. The Rebbe holds, listen, Lapoilu, it's not a chiyuv divrei Torah derabbanan. The Groh holds, what's the difference? It's not a chiyuv. But Lapoil is a balkeri, and Lapoil, you go to the mikveh, he becomes always balkeri, and it's moya l'toira, moya l'tfila.
But if the tefillah would be from the Torah, then he would not allow to go.
No, then we would let him.
We wouldn't let him. He said, "Mikoma kan mutalit when the gersh can tefillah Torah min Torah." If it was min Torah, then he would not be allowed to go.
Yeah.
Because then he's metaken for sure.
He's metaken. Unless it's a woman which is not posha, and this is the night. V'chulu. Yeah.
I used to think that Israel was still in effect. So when someone would do the Tefillah, we have to say a book on it.
Probably, yeah.
Yes, I'm saying that properly because then it's Mamash Mitzvah.
It was Mamash Mitzvah, yeah.
Certainly, when they eat the time of the Midrash, when they had Kodesh, so he certainly Kodesh Mamash.
Make a brach on the Tefillah, yeah. I agree with you. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So here also, maybe a close my. Not exactly, but
yeah. But that's really what the machlokes is. The Groh holds that listen, he's a balkeri, and the tefillah helps him. The Alter Rebbe holds Lapoil is not a chiyuv in a Torah midrabanan. So it's not a problem. The problem is what we spoke about yesterday. Chashtenish Lapoil, the minig is not to be toivel even betzoyna. So therefore, you have to give one of the answers that we said yesterday, either because the meaning not to be Reichel B'Tzayin is only the Tainuk, but if this is the mitzvah, so it's not part of the minig, or the minig was not to be Reichel B'Tzayin, where Shaykh three chashos, Shema Yerveren Dal Damas Bekarmelis B'Shus Rabim, Shema Yoshut, or go swimming, and also Shema Yischat Aseyet. But in our mikvahs is only one, so therefore this is not a minig to be mach. Okay, Mumer Hashav Sheshav B'Tshuva Mutar Litful B'Shabbos. The din was that a mumer who used to be toivel in the mikveh. Agam,
Mumer is
a guy that's a gishmat, a Jew, and now he's a Baal Tshuva.
became Christian, and then he said, "Okay,
Yeah,
sorry."
he does true. He has to go to the mikveh, similar to before Matan Torah, the Yidden went to the mikveh because they were nichnas
Where they had a mikveh
in the desert. They must have dug mikvahs. Maybe they took water from Beit Shemirim. I don't know.
We did have so the house that was true and this.
Okay, that was a mess.
No, that's awesome.
Okay.
Every Yid went to the mikveh.
So when they the part was a mess.
Yeah,
But,
mikveh is a van-
And now we're today.
I'm not sure thing.
Now before Matan Torah, that's the Yidden went to the mikveh. She says, "V'chein mu'mar Hashem b'tshuva mutar litful b'Shabbos." Shein tefillas man derek u'metfilas hager. He's not like a ger.
He made Juba Shabbos and Shabbos. So they got the mikveh.
Yeah.
And again, it's the right.
He came to Beis Menachem Mendel. They gave a good kiddush.
Yeah,
He
it's the
decided to be ger. Is talking to rice.
and that's not allowed
That's not allowed.
because he's fixing. So
He's fixing something. He can't say, "I must do it tonight." Do it the next night.
Did he keep the whole Shabbos or half a Shabbos?
Yeah.
Imagine like Shabbos morning, it's a Jew and I have to give Shabbos. Well, then I said, it doesn't make sense.
Why you wait until Shabbos? I mean, you had the whole week to do.
No, I think today to do it the 7th. To do a tough Saddam, Tvila, and then begin.
Yeah, it's a whole process, but nobody waits for Shabbos
They
to.
don't do Shabbos, it's not.
This vafe im ein chiyuv gam with the sefer. That for this guy to go to the mikveh, there's no chiyuv, and there's not even with the sefer machiv gomor. Much more also, there's a shtickle chiyuv. Chen kolisha shetzrich lagzav lit for the chumra ba'alma. Any woman that's doing it the chumra ba'alma materis lit for the Shabbos because
She went outside, she saw a dog or something,
yeah.
so they have to go back.
So for this, we say that that's not a problem. There's not really tikkun gavra. Let's look here. Let's take the finish. Yeah. Let's continue.
In the parentheses, he's talking about the mummer,
Ah?
Yeah, we're stuck in there.
right? In the parentheses, he's talking about the mummer. In fact, the same.
Yeah. Talk about the moment. Yes. Yes.
You have? Okay.
So we left off yesterday over here. Cheminik koshut aidem eretz hakodesh Yerushalayim kona v'tikonim ben tamid hachachamim mikol ha'edus chasidim krushim mispardim. Remember, some page mem ches. Sefer Mincha Shabbos Siman Pei Vav Malam Etzchus Lanoigim La'afshir Hamikveh B'Shabbos Adei Goy. Okay. Because b'shem tilo l'dav, b'shem sefer tilo l'dav, the mutal l'shav shem gufay k'dei lo osim haim shalom.
Meaning like go like this.
Yeah, you're allowed on Shabbos go like this if you go out of the mikveh. It's not a problem. Because of the sefer ben Ishchar Shana Shniya Parshas Pikude v'zel l'shayim. Toivel Shabbos lo yischut al tzayda shalahem. A person's toivel Shabbos, woman or man, should not squeeze their hair. Like a towel. Pneim v'roisham davka v'dei kinuach nizach basar. Have a schita klachayad. Kiv in the schita side the rabbonon. Itir v'kahai gavne. Itir v'kahai gavne should have a klachayad. V'amayim and the schotim is anyway holchem lead.
Stay guitar.
He says, the Ben Ish Chai says,
You're not
That's-
saying to clear something. Just
when you soichet, no one soichet through a towel. When you do, if you want to be soichet, you soichet with your hands. Okay, no one soichet through a towel. So, schita on your hair is the rabon. Schita through a towel. If you put a towel right on your head,
Yeah,
on your beard,
yeah.
schita is the rabbonon. Schita say it is the rabbonon. Kishita saramba. Doing this anytime you do schita through a towel, say he has a lemon and he's soichet. If he's doing it now with his hands, doing it through a towel, that's kalachayad. Normal thing is do with your hand.
So that's a lot.
Because it's the rabbonon, that's kalachayad, and the water is helchem li'imud.
No, we're talking about.
It's mutter.
You just said about a lemon. I can make orange juice. I mean, whatever. I'm not making, but you could take oranges, put it in a towel.
Here he's
Please.
saying also an extra thing. That's helchem li'imud. That the water, that the juice is going li'imud.
No.
the air going.
And so
Ah.
put it all together. I hear what you're saying.
No, but it's not. No, but it's obviously it's sure it's not allowed because you want to drink it.
Right.
If you take a lemon and squeeze it and it's sour.
Oh, that's shenandish. Because oichel. He's saying not if it was not in the Sabbath.
But לקחת אורנג' לצפות בשבת אסור.
עם כל זה, לא ייכנך בכוח ובנחס לאט ששוב מים שנשא במטבח.
You can't squeeze it.
Not to squeeze it very so. So this is a chidush from the Ben Ish Chai.
Just put it in the
Here
air.
we did the sip, but now we're looking weiter in the Ben Ish Chai. I'm sorry, in the Avram Chaim noise.
Like wrap it like a.
Yeah. So Bemis
Like this,
before. Yeah.
Just put it on. That's it.
It's an extra thing. Bemis is a little bit of a chidush. This weakest part, Ben Ish Chai a little bit, is to say that schita you hear with a towel is kalachayad. How else are you supposed to squeeze here?
If not
Not a towel. Chashtei. But then klal, he's right. If you look,
You don't
all
have
the
such long
schita,
hair.
all the schita is done by hand.
Right.
But if you're looking specifically, if a person wanted to be soichet here out of his beard, or here out of his, or water out of his ear, out of his,
That's not your skin.
that's okay. So, but still, he's adding one point which someone could easily argue. He's saying schita seder derabon. Okay, that's the way we pass. Doing it through a towel is kalachayad. I could see someone arguing with that. And then he says the water is anyway holchem li'ibud. I'm not saving.
Squeezing out there's a window. Squeeze out probably hours.
Okay. If you could say, I could see someone arguing, say, when you have a beard and you want to get the water out of your beard. Okay, it's true you can do it with your hand also. But 9 out of 10 times a person does it with a towel.
But he's not squeezing
No,
the
no.
towel.
Good, but Hagufi, the schitas of the Seir. He's taking the water out of the Seir.
Not to be able to do it.
Okay. That's what he's saying. Saying is that Rabbanon, Kalachayad, Soilach Ibud. But you see, he himself was not so comfortable. And he said, Im kol zeh lo yikanech bekoyach, elo benachas la'at la'at, ad she'yivlo amayim shebesar b'matpachas. Ben Ish Chai himself is saying that you shouldn't squeeze it on Shabbos. It's Demis is not everyone relies on this Ben Ish Chai. I see there are a lot of people in the Mikveh which try very hard not to use a towel on Shabbos
At all.
Right. But Ben Ish Chai doesn't have a problem with that. Ben Ish Chai does not have a problem. The whole body, that wouldn't be sechita, unless he really soichet. But here it's where there's a problem of schita.
Yeah, when you wipe your body with a towel, you're not.
But schita beside is kalachet yad d'shmasim koiva arosh shekil. I'm sorry, I skipped a few lines.
יש חסידים,
He says, "V'yesh chashin Hashem kain chasaris hazok manap tzanetz b'yad." Veniach should this not
Let's
give
go
me
like
a
this
love.
with the beard.
Yeah, they go like this with the beard. Kasher starts a mine, Mishar Mash, comes from Zero Legatisik. The Sar, Asofa, Bioda, Elabem at Pachas. Ad Kamashen, very interesting. It says a person has a mustache and he drinks, and the Shabbos, water gets stuck in the mustache.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't shake it out with his hands.
You
He
know
should
that?
shake it, he should dry it. No, he should do it with a towel. It's very interesting. You would think the other way around. But no, the
What about the
towel.
mouth? When the mouth is not allowed?
No, because then
Whenever you use the
it's
bank-
not going, it's
whenever
not
you use
going.
the handkerchief in order for bringing.
Ah,
Remember?
you know, yeah, that I used to go with that.
With handkerchief. All the
Yeah,
not like this.
yeah.
Like handkerchief.
That you could say it's an accused.
I don't know.
It's
Very
schnocky. It's very schnocky. It's Shabbos.
I remember as a poker, I used to fill with the Mikveh Kingston and Montgomery. Today is a fancy Mikveh.
Yeah,
In my
yeah.
time, it was such a stinking Mikveh.
Oh,
Now, when Mala used to sleep Shabbos morning, I had in the shul upstairs doing some learning. Because they didn't want to touch any time.
unbelievable.
And it was cold. You go outside, your beard became piece of ice. When I was in Montreal, my mustache became like a cracket ahead.
Okay, Mincha Shabbos. Siman Pei Vov Kosav. Misha Mikveh Ponav Skone Adayim Lachin. Ut Lakanech Ponav Emsach Shashir Schit. Minchas Shabbos is not a problem. Vein moving Lama Lakanech Piv take it say some Matfila. Batzim Ebi Shom.
So,
Somehow Magoin Mibuchach. Eshel Avram Mibuchach. And Shom Chash.
enough.
Ala Noegim. Lirchet Pneim. Began B'Makom Saris. Nagif Pneim B'Shabbos Kodesh. Gami Moiboru should begin the psikiration. Person wants to wash his face. So the water gets into his beard, into his hair, right? You splash water on your face in Shabbos, and you take a towel and you want to dry. Some water gets into your beard and some water gets into your hair. So he doesn't see a problem with it. He doesn't say, embaya. He doesn't see a problem. Gami Moiboru should begin the psikiration. Besides Kalachiyat, should I say, I don't know exactly what he means.
Squeeze. You put the head on, you squeeze.
Okay. Shlomo Bazek, Shin Chavov, so cut and base, which is a similar we're learning, but we're not learning it in Shulchan, so we're not going to cover this Taz. It's a very interesting Taz.
If the Shabbos
It
you
says the Hoylach B'Rishus Rab Momote Soicha Farosh Valavush Shemuta Ufat Lamayim Shalom. B'nei Shief Shlimonu Mizeh Sh'odem Hoylach B'Rishus Rab Momopis and Bob Mote Rabab. Like goes to the Beirabono. And Amos says,
what are you supposed to do? Stop in the middle of the night?
Like 2 hours ago.
and Amos says,
Stop in the middle of the what?
exactly, that's what he says. Then
You're still
Amos
gonna get
says,
wet.
and Amos says that the Welt was choishish, and the Mishnah Taka says that a person walks out of the river, he shouldn't walk down damas. Shasaram with the water, you should right. So, but why are you not choishish if a person's going out in the rain? So Ramo answers, very, very funny Ramo. Ramo says, because when you go out of the river, there's a lot of water in it. When
Right.
you walk in the rain, there's 2 drops.
Not true.
So the Taz, I'm
Wow.
not sure what you're talking about. The last time I was in Brooklyn, and it was in Krakow.
This is
It
not.
was the night before. It was the night before Shavuos, and the Rebbe said, "Shamayim niftachu."
Mama Shalom.
I said, "Gepluchet the regen." So if you walk from this corner to across the street, plenty of water. Yeah, but you have over it. So he says, "Chidush David has a very interesting thing." Chazal said, "Okay, listen, a person's naked, he's walking out of the river. He isn't going to get dressed anyway. So why should we let him carry the water, even though it's not derech? It's not the derech of carrying water. No one, if you need a bucket of water, it's not the derech.
You can't drink the water that you took
Go
out
like this. But Chazal were machmer, like all the things in Shabbos. But they didn't want to be machmer. What are they going to tell a person? It's raining. If
Don't go to
stuck at
shul.
home, don't go to shul. They didn't want to do that. They didn't want to do that. They didn't want to answer
Oh, what are you supposed to do? You start walking and then start running. They know
They didn't have that fancy plastic.
What are you supposed to do? You're going to
thing that
walk
we
in
have.
the middle
Stop,
of the rain.
stop
So,
again.
so what they're going to say? That if you're ready outside, they didn't want to deal with it. They didn't want to ask it. Doesn't make sense. And same thing he said, "L'chein lahashtem b'shelem, yikiru b'meitzachoyrev, shkolor zum kusa b'shelem."
What's the problem?
He's melting it.
Well, that's not-
No, by being mashed in on it. So I mean, it's hard for us to understand. We have bathrooms and whatever. They're different.
Back then,
Chazal were very makbid not to be mashed in a kobo, so they used to mash it or tzidirish or saraba, whatever. So the gam kan if the zor called dirchas part of the yiga the mocker masaitis. The gam yef shel zor like NFP mocker macholot daf like nech saitis. Part of the nagum yofa. Part of mis fakus or the Shin can sit dalad. Kimish is sit the side and abon the gam hoylach but look as it abon. Very very nice. That I mean you wouldn't think about it anyway if you didn't say anything. That a person that wants to wash their face on Shabbos, mutter, right? There's chita. You're going to take a towel later, and you're going to dry your face.
Even before, when you go like this.
Oh,
already.
so it's not shaykh. Say we should chacham cause why so not from back of chel freedom and Mikveh. Shafshu redeemus one of the nine the most fast mind from apin. Shehein and lois ken kosher man the tech and name session of social yas ken Shabbos kusech and shemaim. Besashe b'fapir. V'hav psi kadesh the nechele. The shuchel of the and I believe tzar. So the Rav Chaim argues in him since it makes sense.
Because
You ever seen?
even then, there's Tovino with the mikveh.
Then do Rav Mochrach. Shegam shirut zum bon mobeik nicht bei ma babe. V'hav shav shepon mischat chaim. Gam ari v'yadayim yirgam kesaurus. Also, it's Ayadayim b'lever amazing shar. I've said, "Papa can put up shar for that." The big folk, I'll call for the kimdal afshir. Lo goes a bit abon. Just similar to the Taz. What are you going to tell them? First of all, on the hands also there's a little bit of here. Chum is a takazoi. If you're taking a type of soap, which is psikaresha, but like psikaresha type of thing, but they're going to take the hairs off your hand. So you're talking about a lot of use of Shabbos, but regular soft soap, not a bar of soap, regular soft soap, you're allowed to use in Shabbos if it's not specially made. But the water goes into your hair. If a person has very hairy hands, Lamazog, not talking about us. Lamazog, the person has a lot of hair. Yeah, Lamazog. There are people that have a lot of hair. Lamazog. So. I'm like, it's not shaykh. Same thing like to the Taz. The Rabbanim didn't want to make Shabbos, like they say in Hebrew, a siyut. So this is just like the Taz's svara that he said. The Chachamim understood it'll be ridiculous. A person's going to be nervous. The Chachamim made a zayda that even though you're carrying water kalachayat, but it's carrying water, so right away it starts raining. He's going meshuggah. So they said, forget about it. We're not talking about you. Same thing over here. He wants to say a person. The normal thing is that a person, not every person, but a lot of people, when they toivel, when they go out, they go like this. You ever see people? It's that way, but some people are that way. They push away the water because even a drop of water that goes in through their eyelids onto their eye bothers them. As Asach mentioned it that way. A lot of people are that way.
That's the way I clear. I came out from the.
You go like this.
By the way, I go like this.
Okay, so a lot of people are that way. Why? Because some people don't care. A little bit of water goes into their eyes. Some people do care. Some people can swim with their eyes open too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know this thing.
But some people can't, and a drop of water bothers them. So he's saying like all these is based on the Taz that there's in Shabbos. There's a whole bunch of things which it's very schwer to say the Chum Goizer, like. The Chum Goizer, not to carry daladamas water, but that's when you're going out the river, not when you're walking down the street. Same thing here. It's hard to say Rabbanu Goizer schit to say it on these cases which are ridiculous, because otherwise it'd be very difficult for a person to live. Anyway, he says it doesn't make sense. It's schita. V'gam efshe the sidus shel yadayim em schita l'shayach not the kibbutz shel sidus and tzvufus. sowieso Shemaim Kilo, Niblu Betoichem, Sarah, the fruit sowieso Sheikelo Shalayim, Schita, Wudin, Shlesar, half Alpine, Shin, and Sofa Zelos, and Shech, Schita. So anyway, it's hard to imagine that by the eyelids and the ear, the ear, even a person that has a lot of hair, how much hair in the beard, or if a person that has a lot of hair,
the people.
yeah. So you can have a certain amount of mayim. Okay, we paskin that they ain't schita besar because every side is a separate. The water is caught in the middle. It's okay. It's not really schita. But the rabbanon is schita, whatever. But over here, he says Machal doesn't make sense. Okay. So ich habe Gemara Shabbos, Befnun, bevor die Leute auch gesagt haben, Gemara ist eine Schmaße, sehr typisch, für die Reich und Lachen, weil das schit hat bestimmt Skam, ist Gebrauch Lachen, und gleich Leute kommen zu Kreischen, und nicht weiß ich nicht. Der Hitze, das kann passen zu Kreischen und nicht, und der Bonus, bei der Schleim der Gemara ist so aus von wenn wir eigentlich Mutter Lachen und Benessen und Keil Park. Aber sagen, kann ich bei seinem Koden, bei seinem Mission, was ich soll es Chance sagen. Koshua the Veragul, the Gamuis, a sort of shag, which was only Sugalis and I'm Kalakula, Emulation of the Camelot, the Nessa of Masis. Ish Sar, the Gamis and I'm Rak Shad Sorosh, Sorachim. Posh, Misha come Shabbos, Mission also, the Rosh covered the Mut, which proclaim a Rosh of Nechach, the Pachas, a Rosh of Pekalis. Knitzkalil, the safe and Benish Chai. And also, Shashita, Agam, the Emazem Mitzvah Kavaikila. Benish Chai was matter for people that are going to the Mikveh. Come on, give them a star.
I think the summer. You want to put a wet out?
Yeah. Lo yirchetz is verhaftet. The commission said then lo mutter. Reaction no gush lo yirchetz. Lo tsar in lahach. Because it's singing of tsar. Okay. Okay. There's a Yiddish. There's a sefer. When I was a child, we used to read a lot Svarim in Yiddish. Well, I don't know what you guys could read, but I could read only Yiddish. A lot of from the Yerushalmi. I could read Hebrew too, but mostly I used to read Yiddish. It's given the Yiddish Stolzen Pikchos or something. That was Epis a Sefer. It was a story. There was a gate in Yerushalayim. He came to the Shmuel Salantin. That he did a Mila, and then Nebuch he got sick from the Mila, and he was in the hospital. The Vaila he couldn't do Tvila yet, he had to be in a Serapah. The Machlokes of Yosef Yehuda, we bemis Pascha Mikir Adin, that you need to have Mila of Tvila, otherwise it's Mamash Agoy. But it's Machlokes of Yosef Yehuda. Yeah, if you do just Mila Balot Tvila, if you're already a Yid. Yeah, Rabbi Yossi says Mila Aloyin Shagavan a Yid. And Rabbi Yossi says no, Mila Tvila, just like even before Matan Torah, they have to Mila Tvila. So it's Shulchan Prot, we're talking about it tonight.
But
tonight is the time.
Today we do Adolf Saddam and then Tefillah.
Okay.
That's the opposite.
Okay, fine. But this guy was sick, and this you can't on.
Okay.
Tefillah. And now it's a machlokes between Rabbi Yosef and Rabbi Yehuda. Is that a Yid Zagoy? Vetzach the Shail, if he's a Yid, it's also Machal Shabbos. If he's a Goy, it's Mechuyev to be Machal Shabbos. Wasn't Maton? So I thought the halacha is like Rabbi Yehuda. I don't have the book in my hand to look.
No concept passage.
He's like verrekt Rabbi Shmuel Salant. Het geheißen is verrekt Rabbi Shmuel Disk. Was het geheißen de brisker of? To me, the brisker of Zerach Chaim brisker. Among Yerushalayim Rabbi Shmuel Disk and geheißen the brisker of.
He was the head.
Yeah, given. Godla Dom, Yerushalayim. So he said, very posh. He's in the hospital. If he should go help a Yid that needs for Pekuach Nefesh, whatever the doctors need something to be done, he should do like this. If he's a Yid, he's mechuyev to help another Yid for Pekuach Nefesh.
If he's a goy,
if he's a goy, to get on a malach. A goy is mechuyev tzeratem enoch a Yid.
to rat another person.
Oh yeah, a goy is mechuyev tzeratem another person.
So he's a goy.
I'll take it on a malach. If he's a goy, I'll take it on. He should go to the next room where there's a Yid. The goy, this half Yid, should go and do something that the doctor needs done. That's a chilul Shabbos, but for pikuach nefesh. Is it a goy? I think it's a malach. No, Chaz v'shalom. Another patient that needs a procedure, something that needs chilul Shabbos. No. That's what should he do? Like is Rabbi said of Yehuda. According to one shit is mechuyev to keep Shabbos. Another one the shit is mechuyev to mechal Shabbos. So gesagt HaRav Diskin that he should go be mechal Shabbos to save a yid in the hospital. Someone else in another room. Monaship.
If the person would be allowed to machal Shabbos to help it.
Okay, that's what he was thinking. The question was,
and that already is very simple. Something before purpose.
Yeah, then you could answer that. Exactly.
What move that is not the just or
No, but he's the chasofik ayid. And it wasn't the shaila. They say they came back to the Shmuel Salanta. He said, "Leis dein bar inish." That the Briskerov is like he was the small
genius.
He was the small from the genius of the Briskerov. That if he's a goy, it's a gitan malach. If he's a yid, I think it's on a mitzvah. This is the Shabbos. It's a chilik b'shmina Shabbos to save another yid. That was just a brilliant thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's so Sheshgocha Prot is that tonight we're finishing off before Matan Torah about something which is Tefillah Sager, which the Alter Rebbe says that that's Taka Chiyu Gomu. But the mitzvah was the minig was growing that a person who's about tshuva goes to the mikveh. The Alter Rebbe says that's similar to Tefillah Keri. That's not Mederais, it's not Mederabonon. So over there it's not shaykh to say Lahoket, and therefore it's mutter to go. Yeah.
So man, they go in the Lakewood. They're going in Shiva for a long time.
So you think I rely on this Adam?
I'm not holding. I'm not holding with this thing.
I'm not holding with this Adam. Yeah.
But
Okay.
they couldn't live in the Mikveh with the share operation, and somebody says you should hit the head from my fish.
Yeah.
Also, what the hell?
It's unbelievable. Yeah. Okay, so we'll leave it at this. Dem shall helfen Tage, shall teubel sein, and shall prepare all the pulas. Dem is larusgem von the Memtes Shorim, was eine nicht Kedusha, man hat reinlegen the Memtes, turn from Yefon Kedusha, and the union of the Tefillah, which is Chosam Makalos, the Eibishter, should prepare the unbelievable pula that we need.
Amen. Shkoyach, Geshante.
Na guten Yomte.
Mein Futter in the Mikveh, we are still there. Never use it out. Not Yom Chol and not. Oh, like Bedafka.
You know the Rambam today and the Chitas is so connected. The Chumash today is about Soita Banose, about which makes a neder. So Soita endik toch eindelijk Masechah Soita, and the Rambam started.
Why
we just finished Hilchos Shavuos and we started Hilchos Nedarim. So today's Chumash is about Soita and about a Nozer, which makes a neder.
Yeah, still on the street parking.
What do you mean tomorrow? Now it's Thursday. It's already after Tzeitzak Chavim. The Thursday Chitas, right? The Thursday Chitas.
But even Wednesday, Chitas today.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The Wednesday Chitas. Today's Chumash. Starting to talk about.
Today's Chumash was Soita and Nazir.
Soita and Nazir, right?
It was a very long Chumash.
Yeah, it was very long Chumash today.
They said, I read it. This is the longest parsha in the whole Torah. The biggest parsha in the whole Torah.
Yeah.
You mean Pasha Satan?
Noson.
The amount of
David,
the amount of
Kabbalah Satoida, Besimcha,